Let's see if that adjustment is really what he needs to then continue moving on, guaranteeing himself a top 3 in this tournament.
All right, here we go.
Neutral air starting things off. Kyna does get hit by the side air into the down air and then another side air. That's some solid damage added up very quickly, equalizing everything. There's the in-light. What's he got after it? The turnaround down air, the D-light.
Nice.
Oh, he went for the recovery option, so we could get a bunch of damage off of that.
Yeah, that was purely for damage. Would not have KO'd. Nice. Picks up with a neutral light into the neutral air. Gets 2 of them. BalloonBoy adding up this damage quick.
All right, this is just game 1, BalloonBoy. Chill out, man. They're going to nerf blasters again. Oh, never mind.
Goes
We're good.
both
We're
ways. Goes both ways, man. Kyna getting the double side light, puts him off stage, hits him with that down air.
Kyna is in KO damage depending on what BalloonBoy picks up. Are we going to see the side air into the potential? Okay, just
nice.
Oh, man. Fortress of Lions.
Yeah. I do like that punish option, though, on the side of BalloonBoy. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out, but he still gets the KO with the boot side air.
Didn't need the Saw Blade follow-up after that or anything to scare Kyna into throwing that stock away.
Back to the blasters, though. Was able to add up a lot of damage on that first stock with it, but right now, starting to whiff, and Kyna's getting them punishes. Got the landing with the side signature. Going to go off stage. Goes for the down sig again. Just an odd option there for Zariel.
Now, one thing I love about Blaster's recovery is like how much in-air movement you have with it. So like he could get that hit, and then like after the final blast, he could still pull to the right so that he could get over onto the wall.
Ooh, BalloonBoy. Okay, still got the touch. I thought that was a big commit with that. I think it was a down air that went too far.
There's the side light, BalloonBoy. He goes over onto the wall immediately before getting back onto the stage, eats a side light, comes back here with a side light as well, hitting Kyna. There's a neutral air. I feel like we haven't seen too many like nair recovery juggles coming out from BalloonBoy. It's really been the left and right game rather than the up and down game.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different on blasters though.
Even when he does the boots nair, usually it's to set up for the turnaround down air, kind of reminiscent of like how Sandstorm likes to play boots.
Burned a dodge on that and Kyna didn't do anything.
Yep.
He does get hit with the recovery and KO'd off the top.
Got in onto Kyna. Still deep red, though. Kyna can finish this one up real quick if BalloonBoy's not careful. Just like that.
Has a choice of weapon. Of course, he's going to stick with the bow. Weapon spawn coming in. There's the boots for BalloonBoy. Going to start things off. Backdashing right after that, too. There's the in-light.
Okay, sidelight goes for the neutral light afterwards. Ends up hitting. But BalloonBoy catches the dodge up.
Gosh.
Great fast fall down on Kyna's part, but he's still eating damage. The weapon toss up, trying to cover himself. He's sweat beating. Still has the height and the tornado. Kyna once again fighting his way back. Still not able to touch, and that is going to be BalloonBoy taking game number 1.
Yeah, it really just felt like all BalloonBoy had to do was babysit him back to the stage. He had to do it like 3 or 4 times, and he had to do it correctly, so it's not like it was easy. But it did feel like it was more or less simple, if everyone at home can understand the difference between the two.
Elaborate.
I don't really want to. I was hoping we were going to get into the next game. I don't know. It's like it's not easy to do.
Yeah.
But it's like a simple set of steps that you can follow.
Yeah.
So as long as you follow them, you're going to be good.
You had a thought.
Well, because Kyna swapped it over to Hattori. And I was talking to Lores about Hattori being like he's been playing Hattori as well as like some of the other Spear legends. And so I was like, oh yeah, he's been talking about this. Like, wait, no, that was a different person I was talking to.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting swap. No crossover to anything that Kyna's been playing as of late.
Yeah, I don't like. When's the last time I saw him play Sword?
Yeah, Bodvar from 2 years ago.
I think
3 years ago.
Did he play Bodvar recently? Someone played Bodvar recently. I can't remember. I don't think it was Kyna though. Yeah, so this is. I mean, even Bodvar seems to be like a more meta legend recently than Hattori. So let's see what he's got here. Let's see what Kyna's Spear has.
Okay, read the dodge down, got him with the down light into the side air. Kyna get the first stock, so definitely not too much of a warm-up time on the side of this Hattori at the very least. Okay, waits out the side light, gets a punish. Ooh, but caught the dodge down. Kyna really trying to stay stacked up onto BalloonBoy. Nice. Sair, Nair, chasing out there.
Too. I do like his option there of using the neutral air as like a forward option after the side air rather than just like a vertical or stacked.
Good decision there on the side of BalloonBoy. Throws out the neutral signature. Reading that immediate reaction jump after a whiff. Once again, players love to do that, and so just read that high option.
So Hattori is his 6th highest leveled legend. He has a level 75 Hattori.
Wow.
It's crazy because he's just like played this game a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, he has like 4 other level 70 legends.
Wow.
He has 2 level 100s, but BalloonBoy has a stock on his hands and he has a lead on Kyna.
Fantastic play from BalloonBoy, kept catching him with the downlight side airs, and that is going to be the stock advantage going the way of BalloonBoy. Kyna really needs to wrestle this one back.
BalloonBoy being careful. I don't know if a D-Light recovery is going to KO here. 1, because of Demon Island. 2, because it doesn't even matter. We don't have to have that conversation because he has Insig on his side.
Insig, an option that you don't see from Hattori's too much, because for a while there it was like the only option, but he's sticking with the spear. Great decision there to go for the dash through turnaround neutral light just because BalloonBoy was locked into that neutral light of his own.
Just barely whiffing that side light. The Nair juggles against a Blasters player can be really scary. If you just like happen to time your Blasters down air wrong and then they get just like the free neutral air, it's very safe. Oh, he doesn't have the timing yet.
Oof. Whoa, he's sweating.
Yeah, that's really scary. Picking that D-Light side air up so deep. Yep, that's the stock right there, and that's a game for BalloonBoy.
Player 2 wins.
BalloonBoy, man. The swap over to the VV that he made halfway through the round robin phase definitely has been paying out, as he is now sitting 2-0 over Kyna in the double elimination side of things. Kyna, I'm expecting another swap.
Surely we see a swap.
But what? Oh no.
We don't
He's sticking
see a
with
swap?
the Hattori.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
He thinks there's more runway for this Hattori, that we didn't see everything that Hattori has. Man, Kyna's forgotten more about Hattori than I will ever know.
But obviously hasn't forgotten too much. Again, the Hattori not looking too terrible. Like, it didn't take him too long to get started with this Hattori.
Another down air.
Oh, goes for the downlight there.
Yeah, we've only seen like a handful of times where BalloonBoy's been able to do like the classic Blasters juggle of down air and do the second down air GCD light or GC in light. And then the follow-up after that. So we haven't seen too many of those. Like, he's been able to chain some down airs together, but he's not really able to get the dodge in between them so that he can go for the GCD light after. Yet another really strong stock for BalloonBoy. He only has about 50 damage on this here. It just feels like the Hattori ain't it, unless there's something magical with the sword that we just haven't seen yet.
I mean, she is one of the fastest legends in the game. Maybe that's what it kind of wants, is just like high movement speed to get around BalloonBoy. But right now, not finding a lot of damage. Weapon toss, gets the neutral light, gets another weapon toss. Pogo clashes out, but he needs more. Yep, not going to get the KO just yet.
And you didn't see him panic after getting hit with that either. He still felt in control. He was very careful in when he used his movement options. The weapon toss goes down, but it's a little bit too shallow. Almost got that. Went for the turnaround neutral air once he knew that he wasn't going to be able to touch the corner in time. But he did fade over towards the corner. Just in case with the neutral air missing, he still got the touch.
Okay, second stocks. Kind of did manage to bring this one back. Again, Flame Sword. And you're not seeing the BalloonBoy Saw Blade come out just yet.
Yeah, that's true. Now back over to the Blasters. Kind of can play a very grounded game, which is obviously one of the things that Blasters really likes. Ooh, the side Siggy now all of a sudden has a lead.
Found the timing within that. BalloonBoy went for a jump there and kind of ends up catching him with that side signature. Still kind of in the red. That stock's going to be gone. Final stocks here. Kind of needs to win this if he wants to stay in this top side of the bracket.
He wasn't able to extend the lead at all. The recovery KO'd him off the top. Everybody's even. Now he needs a victory here to stay in this. It's 2-0 in favor of BalloonBoy. There is a weapon spawn. BalloonBoy's going to play around it. Is he going to strip the field? No, he's not. He tried to read the neutral light the other direction, catching a dodge through from Kyna. Dude, the down air into the D-Sig, that almost looked true. Like, I know it's not, but I swear it looked true in that moment.
Oof. 3 recoveries coming out from BalloonBoy. Good spacing there. Trying to read the jump there. Didn't get that down light. BalloonBoy sweat beating. He's still got some movement here. We'll get the wall touch. It's going to be the down light neutral air.
Dude, the Nair
recovery!
gave him the verticality that he needed for the recovery off the top.
Great patience on the side of Kyna. You saw the double in there. You saw him go high. Was waiting for BalloonBoy to pick an option. He waited out the option from BalloonBoy, and then he came in with the recovery, and it was enough to get the KO. Kyna's on the board, likely going to stick with the Hattori.
He denied that 3-0. There was more runway for the Hattori. Kyna saw what we didn't, and I think what a lot of people at home probably didn't either. I wish I could have
some people at home probably still don't see it.
I feel like there were probably people in Twitch chat being like, Hattori? 4 question marks?
Kyna, go back to the Zol. Oof, but right now BalloonBoy still looking solid with the blasters. Knows that he still has the game count, and that's going to be the KO. Barely touched.
I'm one of those people to go. I'm still Hattori question mark. Like, just I feel like he won last game in spite of the legend pick, not because of the legend pick.
Valid.
But who knows, man? Even though BalloonBoy has a full stock lead this game, like you know, sometimes things don't matter like that.
Ooh, okay. Good job fast falling down, recognizing how BalloonBoy's been going for that sig, but not able to down air in time.
Hit that down air, dude. That was so scary.
Ooh. The stack up there.
Yeah, that was BalloonBoy being really careful, noticing the stacked, but like obviously you're playing a high movement or against a high movement speed legend. So if you throw out the D-Light, all of a sudden they're not stacked. You think they're stacked 1 minute, and all of a sudden by the time the D-Light comes out, he's dashed away, he's jumped somewhere, using all of that movement speed. There's the in-light from the sword, not going to be enough to KO. He needs the D-Light into the
easy
recovery.
punish. Goes
That
for
should have been the punish right there. That's crazy.
So many options, but instead it was the side light, and that's going to be BalloonBoy still holding on to this first stock. Potential here for him to be 3 stocks to 1. Kind of not able to find the finishing blow. Can't hit the neutral sig, and that is a massive lead for BalloonBoy.
Now, it's interesting that BalloonBoy went for the GC in-light towards the wall. Like, obviously, it's going to have more active frames than, like, a GC side light, but typically you see people go for the GC down heavy, especially because kind of was, like, near KO damage. And it's going to hit in front of you, cover the wall in front, and then also behind you towards the blast zone.
I think he just wanted to prioritize, like, a faster move.
Yeah,
that's, like, kind of the biggest difference between the two.
Dude, 2-stock lead here for BalloonBoy. He's playing the range game here with these fadeaway side airs. There's the down air. He goes for the GCD like that. Had to have been a misinput the other direction.
Yeah, slight misinput. Doesn't matter, though. Kind of denies the 3 stock, but he's still just getting completely outpaced on the damage. Double down light. Goes for a nair, but he doesn't hit.
Sending off stage. There's the saw blade. Get ready.
Ooh.
Yep.
He remembered the button.
Kyna. I thought he was going to get hit by that.
Side sig, and that'll do it. BalloonBoy going to close it out 3-1. Goes into our winner's final. Top 3 guaranteed.
Dude, that is a massive victory for BalloonBoy. Massive, massive victory.
Yeah, he's in a really good position, too, because now he's going up against Moonir, who he's already defeated with this VV. BalloonBoy in a really good spot to potentially go into our grand finals, but of course, going to take a bit before that happens.
We're going to get to sit down and talk with him in just a few moments. There you're seeing the trophy that everybody's playing for.